Vintage Story has a large kiln building called a beehive kiln. This cool looking structure allows you to bake multiple clay items like bricks, jugs, shingles, and everything in between all at once in multiple colors. How do you construct this neat building, you ask? Let me show you. Hi, it's Drax. This is the part at the beginning of the video that everyone skips. For those of you that didn't jump forward, enjoy watching and listening. Might you consider supporting me further by visiting my Ko-fi or clicking on the join button on this video? Alright, that's it. Back to the video. In this video, I'll show you what you need to build your first beehive kiln. I will also outline the methods for making items and provide a list for everything you can fire inside. Remember, this is not an early game build. You will need to be in at least the Iron Age to construct this building. Here is the list of what you'll need to build your beehive kiln. 1 kiln door, 9 gratings, 3 iron hatches, 55 fire clay brick blocks, dirt or stone blocks for the bottom fuel structure area. And here's the list of raw materials you'll need to gather for those items. The standout here, of course, is the 568 fire clay you'll need to craft or gather. At the top of the screen is my video on clay in Vintage Story if you need some guidance. The building of the kiln is simple and straightforward. Place your first fire brick block and then the pit kiln door. Now, while highlighting the door, press the Control key and right-click. This will enable a visual guide highlighting where each block needs to be placed. Now place all the blocks in the highlighted area. With all the blocks placed, you can add the iron hatches and the grating. If you have placed all the blocks in the correct spots, highlight the door again and you'll see the words, "Ready to be fired." Well done. That is one good-looking building. Let's fire our first batch of items. To do so, we'll need to place items in the kiln. You can fire up to 24 clay bricks or shingles per block, or 4 bowls, jugs, or crocks, just like in a pit kiln. There's a lot of space in here. I would suggest packing it full to take full advantage of the kiln. For this video, we're going to make a mixture of bricks, jugs, shingles, bowls, and crocks. Now that they've all been placed, let's close the door and add some fuel to get this thing fired up. To fire up the kiln, we'll need to place fuel in the base. The bottom of the pit kiln is not shown in the building highlight. It can be made of any stone block or dirt. I'm using fire clay blocks here. It needs to be completely surrounded, leaving enough room to load in the fuel. Just like with the smaller pit kilns, you can use peat, firewood, or coal. You will need to place the fuel below the 9 grates to distribute the heat evenly, and all must be ignited. Alright, take your torch and light one of the piles. It'll take a couple of minutes, but the fire will spread to the rest of the stacks. Remember, the average fire time will vary per fuel source. To pass the time while I wait, I'm gonna nap my next batch of clayware. When the process is complete, the fire will go out, and the items inside will be ready for use. Open the door and collect your new shiny wares. Depending on how much time has passed, they may be still a little bit hot. Be careful. The current batch we produce will be in the default color for the item. To produce other color combinations, you'll need to follow a specific process with opening hatch doors on the kiln. On the screen now is a handy graphic on the colors and hatch door combos you will need to follow to get the desired color. I've also provided a link to this chart in the description of this video. Those cream color blocks are calling my name. Wow! As I mentioned, the beehive kiln is more of a mid-game to late-game build. This is a bit of a disappointment, as it would be great to get this rolling from the start. Being able to fire multiple bricks for building cool structures, in my opinion, should not be tied to the Iron Age. What do you think? Beehive kiln, late game, or early game? Share your thoughts in the comments. As always, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon. The video's over. Now it's time for you to do your part. Follow, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.